Okay, so there's 3 screws, 1, 2, and 1 underneath.
Yeah.
Just want to loosen them.
And do you know how much the bearings cost themselves?
I believe the bearings cost 30 USD. So
okay.
When it's converted, that's like 50 Canadian, so something like that. Okay, so those are out. And then there's 2 longer screws in the front. So make sure you don't get them mixed up.
Sure.
Longer in the front, shorter in the back.
Pop that off.
Exactly. Take the casing off. And then there's 2 ways of taking the belt off. So number 1, you either put a cloth underneath and just kind of pull it while applying force towards you, or if you're careful, just roll it off with your fingers. But make sure you don't clip yourself because it hurts. Next, we're taking this screw off. And then underneath, you can't see, but there's like a little tab where you push in. You push this inwards, okay?
Gotcha.
And it'll release.
Okay.
Next. We need I believe this is a 4mm to take off the kit inside there. And pull the belt on the side so you have room. Then next we're going to a 5 size to take off the 2 bolts on the side. So you primarily need 2 to hold it, 1 on this side and 1 on the other side. Next, the flywheel is pretty heavy, so just be careful. There's 3 screws that you take off with the 5mm. So when you're screwing it back, just make sure that the side where the belt goes on is lined up with the part that has the screws on it, okay? So there's screws on this side compared to no screws on this side.
Yes. Right.
Screw in the 2 bolts and then you tighten. But make sure when you tighten that
Lined up.
Exactly, it's not scraping or anything. So I'm gonna loosen the side just a little bit. Perfect. Now we slip the bolt back in.
Cover on?
Yep.
Oh, you know, now you put the belt on.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it back on first. So when putting the belt on, make sure that it's right on the edge,
Right.
okay? And then you just pedal backwards, and it just slides on just like that.
there's a bit of a give here as to where it is exactly. It doesn't matter, you're saying?
Exactly.
Is it?
So as long as it's right on the edge, it's perfect.
The edges is better that way.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you see a little bit here of this.
Exactly. Inside, completely fine. Next, we'll be putting the sensor back on. And you tighten it and make sure it's straight, the sensor.
It's got to be straight on this.
Exactly. So it's not drooping down or too far up.
Right.
Next, we're putting the cover back on.
Put that in the hole there.
Exactly.
And put the
And then this wire, make sure it is nice and flush. And then pretty much just screw the screw back in. If you want your old bearing, I do know that if you try to rebuild it, I have heard that some people said that it lasts longer, the old bearing. So if you take it apart and rebuild the bearing.
How does one rebuild the bearing?
Pardon?
How do you rebuild the bearing?
So I actually was going to look into that some more. But I'm gonna assume once you kind of here, I'll kind of show you. I'm gonna assume it looks like a skateboard bearing inside. I'm not sure if you've seen skateboard bearing, but I'm pretty sure if you take that nut off, then inside it looks similar to that. I haven't really looked into it, but some people just told me that it lasts longer after they rebuilt it. I don't know if you want to kind of tear it apart or.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, with a machine like this, it's rather, you know what, $50, you do it, and
And then all that's it is just put the screws back pretty much. Just keep in mind that you don't want to over tighten these screws. Just because if you over tighten it, it may scrape. So you want to just tighten it slightly when you feel pressure.